Tap House.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Tap House. That's E, I'm K, and we got J Trey over here. So why don't you kick back, crack open a cold one while we rate this beer and you rate us. What do you got on tap for us, E?
We got the Strship IPA from New Belgium, and it's 7.7 alcohol by volume. Can you tell us more about that, please? Hey. Well, I open this beer over there.
Well, it is a beer brewed with out-of-this-world galaxy hops. Strship IPA will blast your taste buds with notes of fresh grapefruit and citrus. So, as all regular IPUs usually are always citrusy, so let's see what this one's all about.
You don't have to wait for me. You can say cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's the first thing I said this whole time. Cheers. But for my Spanish speakers, salud.
Oh, how does it look over there? Talk to me. Speak to me.
It looks nice.
It's very, very light.
Yeah, I'm pouring pretty well today. So it's definitely looking very nice.
Smells really good. Smells fucking good. Hey, what mentioned my light?
What light?
My can you connect that? Somebody took off my light.
Man.
Can't reach, brother.
All right, it smells really
Hold
good.
on, I got it.
Okay, cool. So as you can tell, hopefully y'all can look at the.
What if I
thing.
accidentally unplug everything?
Oh, that would actually happen. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day out there who enjoying it. Don't go into big spaces and stuff like that. Just stay at home, drink beer, get fucked up.
Yeah.
Or just relax and drink beer. You don't have to necessarily get fucked up.
And we're promoted by hand sanitizer. So use your hand sanitizer and just
wash your hands,
wash
guys.
your hands. Fucking
Wash your
wipe
hands.
yourself.
Man, things
And
getting
wash your
serious
ass.
out there, man.
Yeah.
Serious.
We're finally at a crossroads. Past the crossroads, we're in what's it called? What is it called? A pandemic?
Yeah.
But no, what is the word? The other word?
Pandemic.
Oh, let me know the other word. Emergency.
National emergency.
There you go. God damn, I took forever to go to that point.
National
Man.
treasure.
Back to the beer,
Okay.
because we could talk about that forever later on. But it's been a while since we drank an IPA, and it's what? Oh shit! Let me see.
Well, you know me with IPAs. I mean, they're not high on my list of beers.
That is a strong IPA. I must say it's a little bitter IPA, but it's on the lighter side. It's very compared to the other one. The other one was thicker that we had in our previous episode. This one is much lighter.
Well, yeah, well, that one was
And
stout.
it's much drinkable. Do you feel thirsty at this time?
No, I like it.
Okay, good. I mean,
I like the refreshing taste.
mm,
Because it's citrusy.
it is citrusy.
Citrusy.
Very. I mean, no, it's citrusy to the point where it's not overbearing and overwhelming. It does have a little kick to it, but
It's it's.
you keep saying it's. But what is it?
Sorry.
Don't be afraid.
It's
Speak
okay
up
because
before
I'm
order
gonna tag
peace.
them. They do respond to.
They're it's a bit bitter on my end. It's like off the charts. I don't know if it's
Why? Because it's an IPA. I mean, what if it was a stout and you drank it? You think the bitter would be that bad? Like this bitterness compared to stout, it's not as bad, right?
the bitterness of an IPA and the bitterness of a stout they're different. Like I think the malts of a stout kind of cut the bitterness a little bit, and it helps the sweetness of malts. It really goes a long way to tone down the bitterness, but IPAs do not have that. IPAs are meant to be bitter. So
Is it because it has more of a citrusy flavor to it? Like it just gives it an off taste where it's too bitter, but citrusy and bitterness don't go together?
they're just more hopped up. Like they use more hops, so makes them bitter, because hops are bitter by nature.
But don't you like bitter though?
No.
Like in a weird
I
way?
mean, what your thoughts, Jay? You're just
I mean-
What's going on? You can interject if you like, man.
Well, I can, but I mean, you guys have been doing this for so long. I honestly don't know how to pretty much describe a
Well,
beer.
okay,
that's how I felt when I first started.
Yeah,
with
so, I mean-
with him and Em, I was like, Just hearing them talk.
Yeah, I'm
about,
just like, hey, I'm over here enjoying. I'm doing like background movement, trying to get,
Most of the shit that we say is out of our ass, so like it's never like a thing that we.
Well, no, but I'm you guys know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Before we used to have,
you'll get there. You'll get there.
Because I used to have a board, and I used to use different. Because I used to always say the same thing, right? I always used to say the same vocabulary, and I had a board on the wall, and I was like, if I wanted to say something differently, I would look at the board. Oh, it's that. It feels like a chocolatey, vibrant taste or something, like something stupid, right? But then after a while, like we tried it twice, and it felt unnatural to us.
Yeah.
And we just went with the vocabulary we knew. And obviously, we researched a little bit more about the IBA, the ABV, the IBU, and the stem. I think it's a stem. What was it called? The stem.
OG.
And OG too as well. And from there, we were like, okay, we know it's a lot of hops and a lot of beers and IPA. Stouts have a lot of malts, bourbon barrel aged wine stuff. And then when it comes to like hazy IPAs, like where hops, double hops, triple hop, all this stuff, I guess after a while you get to kind of understand the topics or the beer.
Yeah.
And you kind of know what you're gonna get with IPAs. You're gonna have some fruity flavors or some hazy stuff and a lot of hops, depending on how high the ABV is. I might be wrong, but this is my opinion. Maybe I'm like completely wrong for those hopsters out there, or for the brewery masters out there, because y'all the real brewers. But I think for you, since you're just starting, what I say it was easier for me to start with was how it tastes. Like whatever you taste in your mouth, if it's bitter, strong, citrusy, flavorful, that's what I just say. Oh, it tastes like that. Makes sense. Then from there, is it drinkable? Is it something you enjoy the next day? Is it something you keep buying? And that's when the rating comes in. Like, oh, it's may, yay, nay.
Okay.
So what we do is we just kind of go into detail specifically, because at first there was gonna be like 2 minute reviews, but then after a while, once the beer comes out, people do like the review part. So I try to give it the best review as possible.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I mean, it's citrusy, like you said. It's you can definitely taste that it's got some citrus, and I mean they said grapefruit, so maybe that's also adding to the bitterness, because grapefruit is kind of bitter.
Yeah, that's what's triggering your bitterness on that. Because when are you gonna be like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking cut out grapefruit in half and just eat it.
I mean, some people do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, but you like.
Oh no.
Exactly. So that's kind of like where you're like, I wouldn't mind, because it's close to an orange, but not really. Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of grapefruit, but I mean, it's not bad when it comes to this beer. I don't know, but I think in my mind, I feel like this beer, it's hard. I'm still debating on what to choose yet. I'm not sure if it's either a yay or or not. For sure, it's not a nay, but I don't know if we put it in the meh or the yay. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it towards you first, JK.
JK, you're just kidding.
Just kidding,
go
bitch.
ahead.
I don't want you to go first.
Hey, so my thoughts are that it's a crisp, refreshing beer that you probably would drink it like in a hot day, but the bitterness just doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna give it a meh, because I would still drink it, but I would stay clear of it if possible.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
I'm gonna say the exact same thing, just so I won't get criticism. Not just gonna
copy and paste
there. No, I do agree it's refreshing. I don't mind the bitterness. It's okay, but I'm not digging the flavor as much as I thought I was. I mean, as I thought I would, because I have drank some of their beers before, and they have good beers. It's just this one for me. It feels like it's something that if it's there, like I said, I would take it if I could give me it to be. Oh, I know I'm gonna get a good buzz, or it's gonna do what I wanted it to do, but I wouldn't choose it. So I'm gonna say meh.
Makes sense. Okay, so now this is, you guys basically say you don't like grapefruit. The more you drink it, the more you taste the grapefruit.
Yeah,
that's what it is for you guys. So that's what's throwing you guys off.
Possibly.
No, that's the more I drink it, the more I taste the grapefruit, and I'm not against grapefruit. Like I'd eat it, drink it. It doesn't matter to me. But that's like you guys said, it's refreshing. Something you can keep drinking. Obviously, if somebody brings it and you want to help them finish that 6-pack, then yeah, sure. But so yeah, I'd give it a yay.
Okay. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
That's good. Let's go over here. This guy got all the answers to all these
Not
beers.
everything. I wish.
Anyways, but I mean, y'all could be the judge of it too. Y'all should check them out. New Belgium Brewing Company, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And it's Strship IPA, and hopefully, maybe y'all like it. Again, our thoughts are our own, and we'll give you what we feel like. So, you know how we are. The ratings type. Wait, hold the fuck up. We don't know how you are. What beers do you like? Like dark beers? I'm sorry. Like strong beers, dark beers,
Not
light
strong beers.
You like those?
Well, see, that's the thing, though. For me, it's just like growing up. Yeah, I barely started expanding my horizons more now, even before coming on the podcast. But I would never like dark beers. Every time I would go to a bar, they'd be like, "Yeah, let's get a picture of Shiner," and I was just like, "Yeah, sure." And
So lager, you're a lager guy.
So they would serve it, and I would drink it, but I'm not a big fan. I would always go towards either Dos Equis or Modelo with the lime on there, lime salt.
Those are lagers.
Just
too.
lagers, right, or ambers?
No, they're lagers. They have an amber, but it's a lager.
So you're a lager guy. So
I guess.
I guess the reason I wanted to say is because if you're gonna come on more often, they should know. Okay, this guy likes lager, so if this guy doesn't like a beer that's strong, I should probably wouldn't go by his judgment.
Yeah.
Like me and Kay love strong beers or stouts. So like, if we like strong beers, then like, okay, I'm more of his flavor taste buds.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go by what he says because he's like some stronger beers. So if I like strong beers too. So I want to go with this guy's thoughts. Okay. So I guess what I was trying to say is like,
that makes sense.
We all have different taste buds. Mm-hmm. So like you could go with based off all of us in general. We're one of us, So you could okay, well. I know this guy's a average drinker. I'm gonna go with this guy, or this guy is like this beer. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to give that information to people out there because this is the first time I actually told you this question, so I'm just curious about it.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Yeah.
Anyways, we just tapped that review. It's a sound effect that comes on afterwards. Hey, we can probably talk now. Ah, damn, guys, it's been a.
I don't even know if we should. No, let's not even talk about it. It's wasting time.
Well, it's not
because we're limited on time at this point.
Well,
you prohibited me from taking 2-hour episodes now.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I want to come on anymore. I'm sorry, everybody that actually followed and like subscribed because of me. We can all leave and go somewhere else. I mean, we'll find another podcast. Don't worry, we'll hit it. We'll get sponsorships for sure this time.
I mean, everybody's leaving me. Why not? Might as well you be the next person. Anyway, speaking of that, right?
Who's that shot at?
I know, right? I didn't even have them. They're outside. Well, before we...
I'm just kidding. Though. Stay.
Just
even if I leave, stay.
Please. Just if I acknowledge the fact we tried to record for 2 hours ago, but my computer kept crashing down, and we finally kind of figured it out what it was. So we're only going to have one camera on, which is kind of a bummer, but it's not bad.
Because the last edit on the 3 cameras was nice, even though you kind of messed up though, because you put yourself on the left side.
I tried. I tried to put myself this way, but
you couldn't do a flip.
I couldn't invert it. Well, I mean, I still don't know how to do it, and I was trying everything, but then in my mind I was like, you know what, fuck it, it still works somehow. I'm looking that way, but at least you're focusing on the person that's answering, responding.
Makes sense. I did like the idea, and we should get a better computer, so if anybody wants to sponsor.
Why didn't you put the my face? Did it stop recording by that point in time?
Yeah, it did, because it didn't only record 15 minutes.
It didn't even record anything.
No, it did.
No, it recorded 4 minutes, but that was the first time we did an opener, and like I was like, "Ah, guys, we gotta do it again," because the noise.
Yeah, because you were recording from your camera from your actual laptop, not like an extra program recording.
So, but we still have the GoPro, so we can still do that. But right now, this one's gonna be chill. Obviously, is for you out there. It is it's St. Patrick's Day. Damn, I almost forgot.
Man, and it's gonna be
be one sad St. Patrick's Day.
I mean, I don't know if you guys want to risk it. That's fine. It's up to you. But don't put other people at risk, man.
People have family, man. People have family. They have mothers.
But isn't it like the elderly?
Yeah, well,
are the first to go.
Well, I don't know if Kay wants to talk about his mother, but
no, it makes sense.
That's the only reason why it's concerned. Because to be honest, to me, if I was by myself, like if I lived it by myself, which I don't, because my mom lives with me, and so. If I lived by myself, I was the only person, and I was like, screw it, whatever. I mean, I get it. People are like young, healthy people are surviving it. I mean, it's not a big deal, but the big deal comes in when you got older loved ones, and you're like, oh fuck. I mean, what if I get sick and then I in turn pass it to them, and then like they end up passing away or something? Like it would be like, oh man, I feel like, oh, I killed my loved one.
Yeah.
So that's my concern. That's
no,
why
and I can agree with your point, because it is my mom and my brother left, you know. So I do see where you're coming from and stuff like that. But I think it's like you said, people need to be more conscious of other people, be aware that, hey, you know, like, because they are saying, hey, avoid being around a lot of people. Yeah, like 20,000 people are at the store right now.
Yeah.
To this day, it's like, come on, like everybody's avoiding like the other public places like the movies or the park or whatever. Well, nobody goes to the park anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But stop buying toilet paper, guys. That's not gonna help you. Why the hell are you buying toilet paper? Just leave it alone.
I can contest to that, because I do shit a lot, and I do go crazy on roads. But
enfermo de la cola.
No, it's because I run a lot, so everything shits out for me. But the thing is too is that, I mean, I don't want to go back into my bowel movements, but like I have limited myself to go into the restroom just because I'm afraid to not have toilet paper. Right now we have 3 rolls left.
Well, like, you're shit out of luck, because there's none left.
Yeah, but actually, if you can try tomorrow, go to the smaller stores. Don't go to the big stores.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, not even the convenience. Like Dollar General.
Oh, they're gone.
They're gone too.
Yeah, I went today.
My mom went to it. She told me that they were
today.
gone.
I was like, because I went to the bigger stores yesterday, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I was like, okay, yeah, everybody's going here. But today I went to like Dollar General, and I even went to like some out of the way, like way out in the boonies type of stores. They were out too. I was like, oh man.
Well, the good thing about it is that we're Mexican, so whenever I run out of toilet paper, I go get the towels for our hands. I use that.
Well, are you cutting them in half too?
Yeah, I cut them little pieces and just do it. But before Mexico, I used to.
Get a hose and just start spraying.
Yeah, well, you have a fucking
hose.
shower. You can just take a shower.
Do you have that shower that takes off the hose?
Oh no, I don't have that.
And then you start spraying the hose.
Well, people starting to order bidets, which is smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not used to it yet, but you know what? I might get it. I might just do it, because a bidet. I think we all need to get to that point one day, right? It's healthier. It's cleaner.
Yeah.
It just feels weird because people might think like, oh yeah.
No.
But I mean, fuck it, right? I mean, it's already going.
Now, if you're staying too long in the restroom, then you'll be like, hey, what's going on?
If you have high pressure, you know.
Yeah, you know.
But man, the reason why he was worried about it is because, well, I don't know if you can say it. Can I say it?
What?
That your mom's elderly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she's an older lady.
She's close to her 70s.
She's 71.
Yeah, so she had him when she was older. Because my grandma had a kid when she was 50, I think. And so my uncle's younger than me. So like when he told me that, I was like, okay, that makes sense, because his mom's, you know, it affects people past a certain age, and also people who have heart disease and diabetic, or not diabetic, but obese, which America is obese. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, but yeah, come the fuck down. You're there looking good. Oh, sharp, man. You got all them girls coming at you.
Right. First of all, what the fuck? Why are you exposing a homie first?
Oh, my bad.
You know, let's say, hey, subscribers, what I say. Let's get out of here. I just got exposed.
Just got exposed, man. Hey, I don't.
Nah, but I mean, I think it's like also.
Over here,
I understand where you're coming from, because you know, it is something to worry about. But I think just, you know, stay positive and stuff like that, and make sure obviously you're taking all the precautions at home to make sure everything is nice and clean and stuff like that. And as long as you guys don't, you know, obviously start going where the crowd is at and stuff, then I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, but we me and E over there work in the healthcare profession, so you know, that's where
all this shit happens. All this shit goes down. Yeah,
you just hear like somebody sneeze or coughing, like, get the hell away from me.
Well,
you seen those gun memes that are like the hand sanitizers?
Oh no, that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. I would just shoot you out with hand sanitizers. No, because the K worked outside of the pharmacy. I
worked at a different. Usually, where me and E work, we're
isolated,
close to the public, which is a little less, you know, more isolation. But you know, but today I had to work at an actual open pharmacy, so I'm like, oh man, everybody coming in there all coughing and stuff, and then the staff coughing too. I'm like,
If you start coughing, get the fuck out of this podcast.
I'm like, oh man, I'm sweating bullets here. I'm like, oh crap.
I was gonna cough because my throat's getting dry, but I'm not gonna cough it on.
I feel better now because of the beer. But well, we're isolated in an area that we have no contact with the outside public where we work at, so
yeah, but
we don't have no issue with it.
When those coworkers start to be like, oh man, I don't feel too good, I'm like,
getting the fuck out of there,
like,
because we're isolated. You know?
Well, it came down to you guys' jobs telling you guys if you start not feeling well, don't bother coming in at all, right?
Yeah.
They say that, but I mean,
yeah, but then you got the people that are like, oh well, you know, I don't want to lose my job or whatever,
or they already used their vacation, sick time, whatever.
Yeah, the PTO. I have no PTO, so I can't go. I mean, well, the one thing is I'm very isolated as these days because I'm sad and lonely. So I don't do nothing. I like to bring my sad and loneliness out here.
You want just everybody on sub at this point.
Yeah, on sub. I don't give a fuck. I'm alone in my room with my puppy and hi Gigi down there.
She's over here.
She's over there. Whatever.
She left you too.
Yeah, she's gonna leave me too one day. But yeah, it's I'm not doing nothing. I take go to the gym, but now I can't even do that because I'm too fucking worried about touching other shit, weights and stuff. Because I mean, people are touching everything, and some people don't fucking hand sanitize anything or sanitize anything at all. So my mindset is like, if I go to the treadmill, I should be fine because I'm not touching at all. Like if I do touch stuff, I'm gonna wipe it first, basically. But I mean, you never can be too sure, you know. So like this whole week and the weeks that should follow are going to be the most difficult for everyone. So I can't complain because some people do have the virus, so I can't be like, oh bro, I'm so sad. No, people are fucking dying compared to what my situation is, you know. So I guess what I had in mind, what we were going to talk about before on the podcast, is that the question, whenever you are emotional, right, and you have to either go to work or have to hang out with friends at a party or have a podcast, I guess, like, how do you switch from being sad or having emotions to like showing up? Like, how do you do it and how do you cope with it?
Who goes first?
Whoever wants to go first.
You can go first.
Well, I mean, I'm sure as you can attest, I tend to shut down whenever I'm in my feelings, because I don't when I'm like sad or depressed or something, I tend to just get in my head. I just want to get into my head and try to think it through, like work it out on my own.
Another beer.
And
please, sorry, it's gonna taste way better. Can you give me the colder one? Because I know one of them are hot.
Like que caiga, güey.
Nah, pero yo no cago, güey, porque no tengo toilet paper.
Que lo que caiga, no caiga, no.
But yeah, I try to work it out in my head, and then for me, the best way to do that is just to block everything out, like block all outside input.
So isolate yourself, basically.
Yeah. So just isolate myself and just trying to push it through. So even if I'm at work or I'm out or whatever, I'm more quiet. Mm-hmm. And I mean, as a person, I'm already quiet as it is. Yeah. But like,
so you could tell a big change right away. You
could change it, and he's known. He has been with me long enough to know to pick it up whenever he's like, oh, he's going through something. I'm not gonna talk to him. Mm-hmm. But like, when then you get the other people and like, hey, what's up? Why are you
so quiet for a little bitch? For I still fuck with them though. I'm like,
yeah. But I think it's does that help? Does that help that he still jokes around and tries to put a smile on your face?
Well, man, don't try to put a smile on his face.
No.
Well, shut up.
He does every once in a while, and then
then it comes annoying, the typical annoyingness that you're like, fuck.
Usually he doesn't pull back, but when he sees me like, oh, not responding a lot, he'll stop it and stuff. But yeah, that's usually what I do. And then once I start feeling a little better, and I slowly start coming back out and just testing the waters or whatever. But that's what I do. I mean, I don't know other people,
You come to eat like, I mean, el Ubergazo, boom.
The fuck is Ubergazo?
Ubergazo is like a play on word, like Uber. Ubergazo.
Oh, I think it's Lubergazo. I was like,
Ubergazo.
Oh, okay. Hey, anyways, those be two Ubers.
They're trying to do their job. Wait,
sponsor us, please.
If you were an Uber, would you still work in these conditions?
No, I heard.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I heard they. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be working a lot. Cause I mean, not a lot of people are gonna be going out. But they were like, I read this article about how to sanitize your car. I'm like, oh, let me read this because I'm sanitizing my car too because I get off work and I'm like, oh crap, I mean I don't want the bacteria to be lingering in my car.
Well, I have y'all in my room. I'm fucking bringing bacteria here like crazy.
Hey man, do whatever. But everybody like taxi drivers and like Lyft and Uber, they're like, oh, what do I do to limit? And then it was like a whole big article because it like they broke it down to whether you had like cloth seats or like leather seats and or if you had like wood interior and all these fancy interiors. Like they broke it down. I'm like, oh man, that's too much. I'm just gonna spray some Lysol in there.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about, you know how they have the little sprays that just spray every so like 20 minutes indoors. Don't they have some for Lysol?
No.
Well, they should make some. I'm saying they should make them for Lysol. It sprays in the car every like 30 minutes.
The thing with that is just that it
could be fire hazardous.
The coronavirus is not airborne, so it's not gonna affect
I was
it.
wrong about the airborne, but the only reason why I'm saying to people it stays in the air for like an hour is because it sticks onto dust. If you cough on it, the particles, the dust that's around the area, it could stay on that for like an hour. I think that's what, I'm not sure. You gotta look it up again because I heard it on the news, but it's the particles in the air that it sticks to, and that's what stays in the air.
Man, this virus is like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Well,
doing crazy things. Sticking to dust.
I feel like we were kind of joking about it last week.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Face. Not good.
We're
like, what the
fuck? It was crazy because the M has not been on the episode for a very long time, and the last time he was on, we were talking about it before.
When it was still just in China.
That's just the fucking name coronavirus. And I remember I told them like, "Hey guys, it's called the coronavirus." And like in my head, I was thinking about a joke about the corona, but I never got to it because they were like, "It's not called the coronavirus. It's called the what y'all said it was?
Corona or something like that."
They said, something not corona.
Yeah, they said it was corona, and I was like, "No, dude, it's a coronavirus." And they just kept playing bullshit. Nah, you're dumb. You know it.
Yeah.
And then once it, they looked it up later on, they were the wrong, right? But we were like, Alice was like, at first it was just making fun of the name itself, and then it kind of evolved into, like, even though people say it's similar to the flu or this and that, like, I still think you should still take precaution, but at the same time, let's not fucking freak out yet.
I think regardless, take precaution of everything, but at this point, people are just
they're
overdoing it because I mean, who the hell really needs like 20 packs of toilet paper?
I get it though. For the older people, I get it.
Well, yeah, for the older people, yeah, but my problem is that the toilet paper is not gonna. I mean, come on, guys, toilet paper. There's no shortage of toilet paper.
Maybe that one too, because first of all, spring break is elongated because of the coronavirus, and also people that go to college. So I get it for those who have a big family and have people over, and they need to stack up because.
Well, yeah. What if they go into
and maybe it's because the fact is maybe the ones who bought all those toilet papers, they're really like, you know what, fuck that, we're gonna quarantine for the rest of the week. Yeah. I don't trust nobody. We're gonna stay here in this house, and I'm gonna buy the paper and I'm gonna buy the food, and none of your kids are going out. We're staying here. You can play all the games you want, but we're staying in the house. Maybe I'm sure there's people that are like that right now.
Yeah, but what I saw, there was this article that I saw, and it had a picture, and it was kind of sad because it was like this older lady, and she was trying to
get my hand sanitizer.
Oh,
I'm gonna touch my face because I have to eye.
But
we don't have it here. But go on. Fuck. Nah, it makes sense.
But it was this older lady, and it was a picture of an older lady, and she was standing in front of an empty shelf of toilet paper, and she was trying to buy. She was there trying to buy toilet paper, and she couldn't because it's out. I'm like, okay, come on, people. Just limit, just take what you usually take. I mean, there's no shortage, and maybe some people are like, oh, screw this, I'm gonna take all this so I can quarantine myself. But you're young, you can survive the virus. You got to think about other people. Like, hey, maybe I'll leave, I'll just take one or two. I don't need like a bajillion.
Buy whatever you usually buy and just take like one or two additional ones.
Yeah,
that's it. Remember when we were running out of gas?
I remember that day, dude. I was
Okay, it's like
because the
I
hurricane.
feel like
right?
it's something similar
No, why we were right?
because we're running out of gas.
No,
Apparently,
it was a hurricane, and
No.
I remember it was either the hurricane or
No,
something,
something with
in
the-
Houston or some shit, and then they were like, I think I forgot what it was. Even Mexico was doing it too as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Was it
man.
I thought prices were gonna go up or
Dude,
something.
yeah, I
like
went
that,
to
no?
Shell, the one down our street where we work at, like by the freeway.
Yeah.
And I was my cousin's wife works there. Well, she's my cousin too. She works at the office of the company for a bank. And I remember she took a picture of a whole line in the street, and I was like right there, right in front of the gas station. And I looked at her Snapchat and I was like, "Hey, that's me right there!" Like, oh,
on
dude,
the
it's busy.
picture?
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, it's busy." It's like I've been here for an hour just because I always wait because I'm the type of guy that waits. I used to put gas in the quarter mark, but now I wait until like literally goes to like the last mark. It says E, you know. So I was in that moment, and I was like, "Fuck it, I gotta just do it." Right? It wasn't because like I was fucking freaking out about gases. It was more like, dude, I gotta put gas.
Yeah.
So I was there, and we were all chilling outside. It was like 5 people just talking in the car, waiting for the gas station. We're like, and then some fucking random people just cut in,
Yeah.
and they're just talking shit,
Man,
and I'm just like, oh my god.
I remember like.
And they were tapped out. It was only like 2
Yeah.
things, and I was like, fuck, dude, it's
I,
stupid.
I had luckily had filled up my gas, but my brother's his 2 cars, they weren't. So we were going around trying to find a place for gas, and so we finally found a place, and then like they had like a cop there, and he was like directing the traffic, and they were like, "Oh, we only have premium left." I'm like, "Well, whatever."
Yeah, lo que caiga,
Yeah.
fuck it, yeah.
For real? So you
Yeah.
put premium on a car that's not supposed to have premium?
Yeah, I mean,
Does that fuck it up?
No, it doesn't fuck it up. It's just that
I never.
it's just more expensive. It's like the highest level.
but-
So
did it last longer on cars that didn't work? I'm
it
curious
doesn't last
now.
longer. It's just that it's technically supposed to be cleaner, and
Yeah.
it doesn't gunk up your engine that much.
So you could put the ones that say don't put those.
Some
premium-
some cars require you to put premium in it.
Okay, no, what I'm saying, like the ones that don't need to have premium.
Yeah, you can still put premium in it. It's just gonna make it's just not gonna make your engine get all dirty as much.
Well,
You're
I always-
spending more on the gas and then less on the maintenance if you want to look at it that way.
Okay. I always thought that like the cars that are like unleaded or super unleaded.
No.
I always think you can never mix the gases
No,
because
you
I thought the
can
part
mix
that the
I
engine.
thought it was unleaded. Nah, just
Yeah, unleaded.
And I'm like, man, and then
Ketchup
like,
cuts up.
and then like,
Yeah, we
what-
already went over that.
like
Yeah.
2 days later, it was like it was back to normal. I was like, man, I don't. But still, I mean, just take what
But-
you need, people.
But we're really fucked the pooch on this one
Well,
completely. I think all of America is stupid as fuck when it comes to this. Because
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
I get,
'cause
I
I think-
get.
Sorry. It comes down to
Sorry.
monkey see, monkey do for me
Yeah.
when I see it. It's like one person's gonna overreact and like, what the fuck they were overreacting? But
Yeah,
they're
like-
getting all these toilet paper. Let me get some too because they know something I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think
it has to
yeah.
go with that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like saying like, oh, like why is this guy getting like 50 toilet paper rolls?
Why-
Like maybe I should get 50.
Why am I
32.
getting toilet paper? This is
Yeah.
weird.
He's getting it, though,
I
but
came
I'ma
here
get
for
it.
fucking hot dogs and Cheetos.
Oh, he's getting his ass kicked on the parking lot. Shit, I
Oh,
need to get my
shit.
ass kicked too. What's up?
He's pissed. I'm pissed too. It's a contagious effect, like just like the virus.
Yeah.
Everything's contagious. It's
Well,
like,
no, I think it's because like we over here like in the U.S. and
we joke a ton of.
yeah,
we're,
we
fucking,
joke.
we're the darkest, humorous fucking nation.
And that's because you're not even on Twitter. If you were on Twitter, bro,
Bitch,
it's-
motherfucking Twitter is crazy when it
it's
comes
Twitter,
to this shit.
regardless when we started the year, World War III, man, Twitter
Dude,
went crazy like a
It's
motherfucker.
probably fucking not even a quarter of the fucking year, and look, we're fucking having a crisis already.
Man.
We had a lot of shit happen this year.
I had dreams, people. Nah, I didn't.
Man,
I had
Remember 2019 when it was all nine? Stupid
And-
2020.
Nah, I think it's because it's election year.
I mean, all that,
It really is
everything, dude,
that's-
everything
that's-
though. Like, it's just a
It's
fact.
election year. A lot of shit's gonna happen, just so votes can be swayed. I
That's
guess.
true.
I,
Well, I mean,
I can't vote though, so I don't care.
Oh,
well, I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot of people.
I kind of want to say about Roy for, but
bring that up because what was it in the 20?
Wasn't it Ebola? No, that was the year before.
2012 or 2008. One of the previous.
No,
years.
2008 was when the market crashed,
conspiracy.
And
and that was during the bomb,
And then
right?
2012 there was the Ebola outbreak, and then they're like, why is it every
4 years or every election
It's
year?
a
every
crisis.
election year there's like a virus or something?
It's the government making shit up.
Hmm?
I don't know, but it's affecting other countries too that aren't having any elections.
It doesn't matter because
Russia's having an election this year too, right?
But it doesn't matter. It's too. Yeah. Like from what I heard, it was like you said. Well, you're the one who said it earlier, actually. Oh, from what I heard, I've heard it from you. Oh shit. China released it, but China was told by the U.S. government to release it. It's that simple.
Wait, they say that too? Oh, yeah.
Nah, I'm just saying. If anything, it probably was true though, because
I was like,
it is U.S. election year. So
hey, how many beers are left? Are you gonna?
No, this is my second one, so he has one more.
I know this beer's got.
No,
better.
but I mean, if y'all want to split it in half, I'm fine with this because the only reason I'm burping is because I didn't finish my Chipotle. Even though I wanted to. Chipotle, if you see this or hear this, sponsor me. No, me. Just me.
Sorry. Yeah, try.
Just me, because this guy said he don't like Chipotle.
Sorry, I don't like Chipotle.
Hey, Chipotle had that salmonella outbreak.
Fuck it. I still drink it.
Yeah,
there's a reason why I have insurance.
We ain't got no more toilet papers for you to wipe your butt. Fuck. You know, back then I used to wipe my butt with leaves in Mexico.
What?
Yeah, like I went to my grandma's garden. I took a shit on the grandma's garden. And I had toilet paper, so I used leaves and flowers to wipe my butt.
I feel like sometimes you say some stuff that you shouldn't say on the spot.
I shouldn't, but
I just
there was this girl that that I talked to way back, and she goes, "I hear your podcast now." I was like it's crazy and wild. I was like, "What do you mean?"
No, you're crazy and wild.
Yeah, she was like, "There's a lot of stuff that's too TMI." And I'm like, what kind of stuff? She's like bowel movements and stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, well, fuck it, you know."
I mean, you're being yourself.
That's who I am. I mean,
you're not putting up.
Sometimes I do it for the fuck of it.
This is what the tap house is. There's no.
And then with the alcohol intake, it does make you look crazier. Like you're like whatever. It gives you the little boost to say what you don't want to say. Okay. Wasn't it back then? It was the whole thing of drunken words are sober thoughts. Are sober thoughts.
Drunken words are sober truths.
Or something something similar like that. Which that it gives you the courage to say things you wouldn't say sober.
That are hold inside of you. That makes a lot of sense. By the way, I have to tell you something. I'm sorry.
What?
Hey, don't touch him.
Oh shit!
Damn, hold on. No, what? Am I moving my mic too much?
No, me, because I remember I was listening to the last episode and I literally just kept cutting all y'all fucking.
No, I feel like I cut too many people.
Dude, you were great. I feel like I can't because I was like, it's
not like it's your podcast.
My name. Oh well. I was like, shut the fuck up, because you're talking too much. So, but.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you are the marquee. It's the Tap House feature.
It's your.
I am the host. I keep saying he's the host, but I am the main host. He's a co-host, and he's the other co-host.
I'm just
a
special guest.
Oh no,
I'm the viewer bringer.
No,
I'm the marketing guy. I really am the marketing guy because he said, when was it when we released the actual? When he released the actual video on YouTube.
Another beer.
When he released the video on YouTube, I literally went to my Instagram and my Snapchat and I marketed it. I posted on there that was out, and you only did it on Twitter though, and I feel like I should do it on Twitter too, but you already did it, so I'm just giving you that retweet anyway, and that was a bad pour.
Sorry,
but no, I feel like I was telling him I'm the guy doing the marketing.
Yeah, he markets he markets great. Like I do it on Instagram, Twitter. What I do is I post. Like I back then before the videos, I posted the picture of the beer itself on Instagram, and then after that, that's it, and audio clips because I don't record.
Yeah.
But now that I have recording, I don't post anything at all on the day of the audio, and then on the day of the recording, like for YouTube, I wait until it uploads on YouTube first because it takes forever, and then I go to Instagram first, put the videos there, and only have snippets on Twitter. And then that's what I do.
What I'm thinking.
Like, keep going. I'm gonna go there.
Well, how are you gonna hear me if you're going over there? What I'm thinking is on audio day, post a picture of the beer on your Instagram. On release, obviously, of the YouTube video, that just post the actual the clips that you usually post. That way, if people are like, "Oh shit, they're rating this beer," then let me go ahead and tune in tomorrow.
That makes
the
sense.
Day after.
You're right. Can you take a picture of the beer? Because I want to picture the liquid in the beer. My phone's over there, guys. If anybody can do that for me. Anybody, be great. Really appreciate it. Take the picture of the beer next to the cup. Whoever has a better camera, send it to me.
It's the same thing. You have an 8, right?
He doesn't have an 8. He has a 7.
I have an 8. I'm -3 now.
I have a 10.
That's fine. But back to me. How do I cope with when I'm down? Like I've been holding that question in for a while.
Well, no,
I segued because I did it on purpose.
No, you're fine. I wanted to go back to Kay because when he said that and we will get to you, right?
Nah.
Because when he said that he goes to the work and that he becomes quiet, like, does that really help you?
Yes. Well, it helps me because I mean that's who I am. I'm, like I said, I'm more of an introvert. So when I need to handle my stuff, I like to handle it on my own. And like outside stimulus kind of like makes me more anxious or more in my head. So sometimes I just need to tune everything out so I can reset. So it helps me, but I mean it's not a thing for everybody.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, okay, that's all I had to ask about that. And that was my follow-up question when it comes to that. Now, J-Trey.
What's up?
Whenever you feel sad, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I will get to my point at the end when you're at yours. But how do you cope with it? Like, do you switch? Do you honestly, flip the switch and you're like, fuck it?
It depends on the situation.
Give me all the scenarios.
You give me a scenario now.
Okay,
because I can't be.
You're hanging out with friends and you're hey, let's go to the bar real quick. And before that, you feel like,
but why am I sad?
Anything like
no, it has to be a reason.
Okay, well, relationship.
Okay, it didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. You were in love and
like I liked her, she didn't like me back.
Yeah, and
we dated or we didn't date.
You dated.
How long?
A year and a half.
Okay. Well, anyways, I think it comes down to me where I need to go out and not be, even though if I'm sad, fuck it. Put that front, put that face. Even though they know, because I'm sure my friends would be the ones who'd be saying, "Hey, I know you feel like shit, but let's go." You know, in order to make me feel better, because you do want to have those friends that support you, even though you kind of don't want to be open to it, because you want to be on your own time, on your own isolation, I guess you could say, just to be able to cope with it.
Yeah.
I personally would be like, okay, let's go and go from there, because sometimes I feel like if you are too alone for too long, you start messing yourself up with your mind, like you start overthinking about it and stuff. Where I think it's like, why cry over something that it happened already? Better to have happened. What was this? What's it saying? Better to have what? Lost. Loved and lost than to have never loved at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, or something. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, yeah.
Can you repeat that again for the viewers or me?
It's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like a what if, like better to ask and get it out of the way, even if it hurts you, than to ever wonder what if.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, so it's the whole thing where it just depends on the situation and stuff. And it's like when I'm bringing up, man, they're gonna be like, this guy can't get over his dad passing.
Dude.
Anyways, no, but the whole with my dad passing, it was hard for me to do anything because I was still recovering from surgery. But it did help the whole playing video games and with my friends and talking on a daily basis kind of deal. So knowing that you have that friend support, like, yeah, sometimes you do want to be alone, but sometimes it's best to just have that
ongoing conversation with your
conversation
friends.
with someone or just people around. Even if you're just chilling and not doing nothing, it's still better to have that company right there. But if I go to work, then yeah, I feel like you kind of have to. Yeah, you can be sad, but you have to put on the front because technically you're getting paid to go to work and perform your job.
Yeah. Because
you have to get the job done that same day. That way, you know, you don't fall behind later and be like, what the fuck? You know, I let myself fall behind. That's my own fault, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Kind of deal. But I think it's just that. I think, like you said, everybody has a different way of coping with it. It's just, you know, I think whatever, over time, it just depends how serious the situation is. I think, but
yeah, because I mean, it's different. It's different if you're dealing with like the loss of a loved one than if you're dealing with a breakup. Because I mean, the loss of a loved one is a stronger,
more connection towards it because it's family. I mean, yeah, because like I said, I lost the one person because I lost people before, and like I'm sure the loss of a father was way more impactful to compare to like relatives, because my uncle passed away from alcohol. He drank himself to death basically. At the very end, he stopped doing it, and like he got bloated. Like he was unrecognizable.
Okay.
At one point, and because he used to be the strong, firm one. He used to be the womanizer, not the womanizer like in a bad way, but like he was very like suave, and like he was like, dude.
But
like,
when you mention like, even if it like you said, like you compare my father to your uncle, who's your uncle's your uncle, but he's not your father. But I think that doesn't matter. It's just how close you were to that person.
yeah,
It's like the same, like when you get if someone gets adopted, but they're not the real parents, but those parents raised that kid.
Yeah,
Like your parent, I believe your parents not who gave birth to you, but who raised you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it has to be
for
that.
sure,
So that
yeah.
like, so if your uncle raised you, or you had all this great bond, it's still gonna hurt. It would hurt the same or even more than what your dad. Because let's say you know, my dad obviously passed and stuff, but me and my dad, let's say we weren't close, even though we were. Like, you know, it still hurt me, but like you and your uncle like spend so much time together and stuff. So don't ever say, hey, you know, it's not the same, but you know, it could be the same. Or
You're right. You're right.
Different.
It could be the same or different. Well, with my uncle, like I've always knew him since I was a kid, and I've seen him, you know, like beat up my nephew, my cousin. Like he was very aggressive too at the same time, but it was because of beer.
Okay.
But like he was very like he was the one uncle that you go to, he'll protect you, but at the same time he still had his issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I seen those issues when I was sleeping at my cousin's house, and like he would hit him, he would talk shit, and like he would go crazy. But like the beer got him.
That was
you
the
know?
alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think at one point he just started going straight liquor and drinking during lunch breaks, and he passed away. And like the last month that we had with him, I think it was on Easter. I don't have the photos specifically, but if I showed you, if I could find him, and I showed you the old picture of him, you wouldn't even know that was the same person.
Yeah, but you think he went into alcohol to fill a void?
I'm not sure, honestly. Possibly, but we never really got into that conversation with him. I never did. The whole time I was with my cousin, and it was crazy because that morning when he passed away, he was in his bed, in his couch. He knew he was gonna pass away, and I was with my dad, and my goes, hey, my uncle's sick, and we ran to my uncle's house, and I remember because it was duplex, and we were there, and my dad was talking to him, and he told me what he said, because ya estoy listo. My dad's like, ya estás listo, or he's like, ya está listo, ya, and he said that all he heard was him go,
just take it
and that's
last.
it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. And
last breath.
Yeah, everybody just walked out, dude. Like, and you know when you die, like everything releases, the bowels and stuff like that. So like we kind of like knew that was happening because it kind of being small that stuff. And like in my head, I was like, fuck, like like damn, like this is my first family death.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck do I cope with this? You know, for me it wasn't
How
bad.
old were you?
I was 20 something.
Okay.
So my cousin was younger though, and he was like, him and his father always fought. They never had a good ever had a good like bond, but it hurt him a lot.
Yeah, of course.
And he told me, you don't understand, bro. Like, don't say sorry. Like, don't say like, hey, I'm here for. Don't say I'm sorry. Don't say this and this and that. Just be there. When I talk to you, I'll talk to you. And
whenever he's ready.
Yeah, whenever he told me that, I took it to heart, right? Because you can never say, hey, it's okay.
There's
like,
no words to fill that.
It's just
fill that void, yeah.
And that's the only reason why whenever he told me about your dad passing away, and the only reason why I never mentioned it is because when you're ready to talk to him about him with me, I'll be here to listen.
Yeah.
And that's what my cousin told me. Just be there whenever I need you, and that's it.
Makes sense.
Ever since then, like I took that to word, and like I try to use that to everybody who passed away and everything stuff like that. Because after that, my grandpa passed away, and then after that, my other grandma passed away. My grandpa passed away. And he's like that's his son, because he kind of has Alzheimer's, and he didn't know shit, right? And when he got to the funeral, like he didn't know who passed or what was going on. Yeah. And when he saw him, he was like, mi hijo, like he recognized him, and I was like, everybody just fucking just bawled. We were like, oh fuck, dude, this is crazy, like what the fuck. And I felt really sad. And then he passed away the next year after that. I don't know if specifically that year next, but he passed away sooner after that. Yeah. And that Cristo right there, that's it. That's his from his house. So I took that, and I have a rosary from my grandpa, and I gave the cross to my ex because she didn't have any holy stuff in her house. Okay. And I'm like, look, this is something that my grandpa had at his ranch. Keep it. I promise you, I will protect you. Right?
Did you bring that back?
Huh? No. Why would I give it back?
I mean, it's a gift at that point. It's
Yeah.
like, don't.
It's some like she hasn't hung it up, but I'm not sure yet, but she didn't have anything holy, so I gave her something that would protect her.
I mean, you could have bought something holy.
It's more meaningful that for me.
For him at that time, it was,
I know my grandpa would be okay with it. The reason why, because I kept that, because I had.
Since we were talking about that transition to what the question we answered.
Oh, okay.
Your point, because you're asking it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So like, well, after that, before quick, the one that passed away, that hurt me. Like, well, when that happened, a pharmacist from my job hugged me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't even emotional. I wasn't sad.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh shit, they lived their life. He passed away. My grandma passed away because she lost her love of life the next year later. So like, because I remember when she passed away, she was like, hey, mijo, my dad's like, hey, my grandma wants to see y'all. And I was like, for some reason in my mind, I was like, I have to make this happen. All right, well, I told my sister, because my older sister doesn't really like talk to my dad. And I told her, hey, can you just do this for my grandma? Because she lost my grandpa. So I convinced all of them to take a picture where all of us hang out and talk to my grandma. And she saw all of us. The next day she passed away. I'm like, well, I'm happy that she saw all of us.
Yeah,
happy,
yeah.
You know? And I'm sure that's what she wanted to see.
Yeah.
So my grandma, the one that passed away recently, it's been like 4 years now. She had diabetes, and her whole body, her legs were swollen and everything. And I remember her buying her shoes. Like, I remember every time she came over, I'd buy her like a lot of things and pay for her bills at the hospital and overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I bought her new shoes, and she's like, oh my god, I feel really great.
Yeah.
Like, they were expensive ones, right? Like the diabetic ones. And well, that one hurt the most because I was so close to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like my mom was okay though, because my dad was fucking depressed because he lost almost all his family. Well, not all his family, but he lost his best friend, his brother, and my grandma, with his mom, his mom and his dad. And my mom lost her mom, and she was able to cope with it better than my dad. But because my mom's really strong when it comes to like sensitivity. My dad's very sensitive. Now I got that from my dad. I'm very sensitive. So when that happened, like I don't know, like I was happy that I got to know her, and I knew that was the last time. I took so many videos, so pictures. Well, what got me the most is that she never got to meet my ex, and I always used to talk to her about her with her, and I always thought that was going to be the case, that like this was the one, this was going to happen, and you know, because she always told me, I want to see your kid. Like, I have a kid, mijo. I have a kid, mijo. And that always stuck to me. Like, I have a kid. And goddamn, I'm getting emotional.
Cope with that.
God, how like me a beer.
So see, you're actually building up to it now. Basically, at that point, is how did you cope with all that?
Well, I didn't. I chose to ignore it.
Did it come to a point where it bottled up enough and then just...
I think so. I would cry a lot with driving. I would cry a lot when I'm at home alone. But when I go out, I would put a facade.
Yeah.
I would never show or talk to anybody about it. I would always bundle it up. And that's crazy because I always told everybody, talk about how you feel.
Yeah.
You know, and then recently, the reason why I brought it up today, I mean, it's different when it comes to family members. So that's like, for me, like, I'm glad that I have my family, and like we all finally, like, you know, cope with it. Like, I'm sure you probably didn't know my grandpa died whenever I was working with you.
Yeah, everybody knew.
Well, I'm not sure what happened. I only told our our bosses, and the only person that gave me a hug was one of the pharmacists that.
Well, I don't know what happened either, but I heard it from my the one I replaced, and I was like, oh shit. Well, I mean at that point I didn't know E that well.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew him, but I wasn't like as close.
You knew who he was, yeah.
I mean, we were.
He was just at that point. He was like
he was another coworker.
A coworker, yeah. A colleague.
Yeah.
Colleague, yeah.
So I was like, oh well, crap, man, that sucks. Because I mean, I would I'd be like, man, I lost a grandpa too. I mean, I wasn't as close as he was to his, but I was like, man, that I mean, and when he came back, I didn't know what to tell him. And like, hey, I'm sorry, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I knew what it was, but I was like, man, I wouldn't know how what he's feeling or anything, because he didn't show it. I mean, he was like he said, he was like a facade. He would be like, oh, thank you, or
because at the same time, you also don't want, like, not pity, but you're okay with moving. Like me, like, okay, all these people know most of my people who follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, and it like recently was 6 months ago. Well, last month was 6 months. But I still post like nothing happened, It was just that day when I posted the actual post, the day after that it happened. And then when 6 months ago, last month when it was 6 months, I said, hey, 6 months ago, blah, blah. But everything else, I'd be like, oh shit, he's doing this and he's out drinking. Because I've noticed that ever since I was able to go out again, every post that I've done is like at a brewery. Yeah, and then they're like, God damn, this dude's gonna turn into alcoholic. At this point, he's in a podcast where they freaking drink and stuff. Like, what's going on? But no, I think it's those situations where I'm hanging out with friends and it comes down to they're drinking. So I think that's the thing on that. But
we're limited on how much we drink.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. And then when we go to the breweries, we only drink like 3 the most.
Even then, if you want to drink beer, like I'll drink with you, or like I wouldn't be like, get the fuck away.
I feel weird drinking alone at my house.
Yeah,
I've always felt that.
Sad.
Why though? I mean, I drink by myself.
If you're in a good state of mind and you're happy and you're playing a game, watching a show where you're just feeling good and you drink a beer, I think that's fine. But like if you're feeling this type of way and you're alone and you use that beer to cope with something, then that's a whole different thing.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you're using it to try
to numb your pain, and that's why I avoid that. And whenever you said the whole thing, like whenever you said like I could bring a facade, like people say, hey, are you okay, thank you. Like for me, the reason why I avoid those things is because I don't want to bring back those feelings that I have. Like, hey, it's okay. Like once I already forgot about it and like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, oh shit, and I just remember my grandma died or this and that. I'm like, fuck. So like I avoid that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And the only reason why I brought this conversation up and this question up is because literally before I got the podcast, I bursted in tears in the car. Like I had all these bottled up emotions and I cried. I was in my knees when you called me on the fucking closet in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell my eyes were red. I was
because I called because I didn't know how to get in because the gate was closed. Because last week we got here at 7.
Yeah.
So like, I was emotionally distraught. And I was like, why the fuck am I doing the podcast right now? You know what I mean? Like, why am I even like I don't have any urge to do anything. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to like feel numb and just.
But see, I feel like at that point, let's say you would have said, hey guys, never mind, don't come through, whatever. You would have laid down, probably have everything closed, like turned off or whatever, and be on your own mind. And I think that would have made it worse.
Yeah, no, and like what I would say, like that's why whenever the whole computer wasn't working, I was getting mad because like, oh, we're not gonna fucking do this tonight. Yeah. I'm getting aggravated, and I'm just gonna go back where I was before I got here. So that question came up to me, and I was like, oh, why did I feel that way? You know, like, and now that I realize it, whenever Kay was talking about it, he's an introvert. He likes to do things silent. I'm not an introvert. I'm an extrovert. So I'm trying to force myself to be alone.
No, you're good.
I'm trying to force myself to be alone, which is not me.
Yeah.
And I get the fact that once you learn to be alone, it's good. And I love being alone. Don't get me wrong. I love being alone. But at this moment in the stage of my life, I cannot be alone.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the fact that like I've known you longer, of course. I've known you longer than Kay, but then again, obviously we drifted apart after a while. But I've always known you as to be that hype guy who, when we were always at parties, oh, it's E, like, and he's crazy and this and that, and you're just wild and stuff like that. So it makes sense, like you being what's that word? Because I don't know.
Extrovert.
There you go.
Yeah.
So and then obviously just when I met Kay, that you could tell he's chill, but he's more to himself, reserved and stuff like that, which is fine too. But so for you to be like, hey, I kind of want to be alone. Yeah, it does raise some flags and stuff. But at the same time, you do need some time to yourself too, just
for
to
sure.
be able to see what's going on.
Yeah, because I do want to end up trying. I mean, I do want to end up having that moment to time where like I could do this. I could be alone and be happy. Like I want that.
Yeah.
Like, but sometimes I don't, and I need to have people around me.
Mm-hmm.
And today, like when I broke down, I was like, because I was okay.
Yeah.
I was okay, and like in one moment I was like, oh shit, like am I okay? And then and I thought about it more and more, and then everything just started like punching me from left and right, like all these emotions. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I told myself, you know what, I'm already in here, I'm just gonna dive right into these emotions and just go all in, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I let myself just cry, I let myself have all these feelings, and then I was in the fucking knee in the fucking closet, and I was like, oh my god, I'm fucking in the podcast. And I'm doing the podcast less than an hour. Like I didn't get my shit straight, and I tried to remember the whole thing about the Joe Rogan shit. You know how I was supposed to put it on a pedestal. I'm like, even if people have tough times, you just gotta do it. You just gotta get the fuck up and do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You can't postpone stuff. You can't always say this and that. You can't feel sorry for yourself. You just gotta do shit. And that's why whenever it comes to the podcast, even though on the weekends I'm feeling the shittiest, I still do this. And I guess what I'm trying to say is like, that's a question I had y'all, like, how do y'all cope with it? You know, how do y'all deal with it? And in my head, I was like, I don't know how to cope with it, and I don't know how to deal with it, but I'm doing it.
Well, I think when it comes down to work, it's kind of like you need to go to work.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
You know, you have to get paid.
The work part sucks, is it's okay. It's nice, but I have the beautiful thing to listen to audio stuff or YouTube or podcasts, but it's so fucking weird that the fact that even though I have all this stuff and I can listen to music, I'm still in my own fucking thoughts.
Yeah,
and I think a lot.
And then
because he his job, he's alone the majority of the time, so it's not like he's being distracted by anything. Like it's not like he's like, if you're like working, like interacting with people, like he's like, oh, okay, well that keeps his mind busy. Technically he's alone, so I mean, yeah, I go out there every once in a while to help him with whenever like the busy times come out. But for the majority of the time he's alone, so and his job is very, very, very repetitive. So you know, when things get very repetitive, you just kind of like, you get into like a zone and you zone out. You just you're in auto drive. So I think that's why even if he's listening to something, his mind just goes, because I mean he's done it for what, like 5 years, so it's kind of like second nature to him. So it's like, whatever, I mean, I'm doing this, but I'm thinking about something else, so it doesn't
fully distract him. And then the fact that, let's say you listen to music, a song's gonna come up, and you know, because I think we've talked about this, or I've mentioned it before, where that's the beauty of music. You can interpret the song however you want. It's
a song. It's a girl called
Man, even if it was like a booty shaking song, you're like, oh my god,
we used to party with that together. No, there's this, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. I think it's Carla Santos. I forgot her name, but it's kind of like a green grass music mixed with country. It's called Better
Green Grass.
It's
green grass.
It's like well, not folky, but it's
you
like,
mean salt grass?
No, I don't know. It's country basically, kind of, but like rock and country mixed together. And there's a song called Better Than That, and I was like, and then Better Than That, and then Me For You, and Regrets, and like all those kind of hit the things I'm feeling. Before I listened to her, and I was like, I'm listening to her because it doesn't remind me of anything. So I was like, cool. I'm cool with it. I could jam out to it because everything else reminds me of everything else about what happened with Max, right?
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it. And then little by little, I listen to the actual lyrics. I'm like, oh, this is fucking deep.
Yeah.
This is way deeper than I thought. And today I was just putting on repeat the same song over and over and over again. I'm like,
those times.
And I'm like, okay, no. Like, I love this song. And it reminds me of what I'm going through, and I'm just gonna fucking listen to it, and I'm just gonna put repeat.
It's like y'all heard "Moving On" by Asking Alexandria.
I don't remember.
Not me.
I know the band, but I don't know.
But never heard that song. Okay, so basically the song lyrics, if you pay attention or read them, it's basically about the. This is what I read, so I'm not 100% sure, but I think my brother can confirm. But it's where it comes down to he talks about moving on from the band because he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like he doesn't want to do the traveling and stuff like that anymore. Turns out I related to like actually moving on from a
relationship.
No, not necessarily a relationship, or it could be a relationship too, but moving on from where you were at to where you're at now. Like moving on from a certain time frame to where you're at now. So that's what I'm saying. It comes down to the song where you can relate it to whatever you're going through. Yeah, exactly. So what are you doing?
I'm looking at the name of the girl.
Oh, okay.
So y'all listeners can listen to it.
Well, I mean, I feel like any song you can interpret into whatever you're going through, because there's some songs that have nothing to do with
anything,
like with like a breakup or anything, but you're like, oh my god, this is totally feels like what I'm going through or whatever. I mean,
by the way, shout out to the Symposiums. It's a beautiful album. If you haven't heard it, listen to it.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Is that the name of the band or the name of the album?
No, that's a different band, but that's the one that's the one she showed me. But it's just like, even though I don't want to listen to it because it reminds me of that person, but it's still really good a good band. Like but after the podcast you can listen to it. I showed little clips of it. But it's a really good song. It's like really like metro, like I don't know. Oh yeah, continue.
But yeah, the songs are always a good way of, well, music in general is always a good way to help you clear your head, because you can take whatever song and just roll with it. I mean, usually going back to my way of coping, usually I like to listen to like sad melancholy music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know some people are like, oh, why are you listening to sad music? Because you're trying to get better.
You're only making yourself sadder, but at the same time you're not.
Yeah, because to me it helps, because like, okay, the song, it's sad, but it's like it's got meaning.
Yeah.
And slowly you slowly start getting out, like, okay, yeah, that's what I feel. And then as I'm getting better, the music changes, starts getting a little more upbeat, a little more happy or whatever, until I'm back to where I'm at. And usually when I'm like good and I'm like happy or whatever, I'm listening to podcasts, because that's what I like to listen to.
Yeah.
And so once I get back into the feeling that I want to listen to a podcast, that's when I know that I'm good.
You're
because
you're good.
Music is just a way for me to like a tool to use to work through it. And so that's, music is always a healing for people.
Her name is Susan Santo.
Oh, okay.
The band, and the song itself that I listen to consistently is
Disturbed.
It's either
by the Misfits.
No, it's Susan Santo, Better Than That, and Best Out of Me, Regrets, and Bullet.
Pues ya todo el álbum, ¿no?
Fuck all of it, right? Bullets, and then Yours or Mine. Like, those are the songs.
No, yours, because I don't listen to her. How it gonna be mine?
I never even know she existed until right now.
Yeah. It's the only reason why I knew about her, because of Joe Rogan. She was on there singing this one song. I forgot the song name, but A Beast Out of Me.
And so, you brought up Joe Rogan, and you before you said, oh, you hold him up on a pedestal.
Yeah.
But is that so wrong? I mean, you need some idols. I mean,
somebody you can look up to.
Somebody you can look up to. He's a very popular podcaster, and you're a podcaster that would hope to be at his level one day. So you find he's an idol that you look up to, and like, hey, maybe one day I'll be as good as him. So there's nothing wrong with holding people at a pedestal. I mean, it's just that as long as you don't it doesn't get too.
It doesn't become you trying to be him.
Yeah.
In the sense of that.
No, I never want to be him. I mean, he's his own person, and I don't want to take what he has.
But when it comes down to, there's people who are fans. Some fans are crazy. Like,
Yeah, no.
they are freaking crazy.
And like, the same thing as Joe Rogan says, like, I want to have an open dialogue regardless of what the fuck you think. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you could be the craziest person or the whole other shit, whole other spectrum of what I am. I'll still talk to you and figure out what the fuck you're going through or what you're saying. And maybe I'll be like, okay, I never thought about it that way. I'm like, okay, good, cool. But I don't know. Like, in my head, I'm like, I don't want to be like him. Not in a bad way, because like I want to be myself. And I told Kay about it. I'm like, hey, like there's this like podcast for Joe Rogan and like other stuff. Like I'm sure there's a lot of Latino podcasts out there too. But like I want to be also like a bit podcaster that's like kind of relatable, but like for the urban, like for like just for the Mexican American people. You know what I mean? Like I know there is comedians out there, but they're comedians. I feel like. I think it's fun. I think they're funny, and I think their content is good, but I can't relate to them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, are you putting enough Mexican American content out here that people can relate to?
I don't think I am.
And that, because honestly, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I don't want to use like. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, we are Mexican American, but
I'm Mexican.
He's super Mexican.
No, I was born in Mexico. I literally am Mexican.
M too. He's from Mexico too.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I'm actually Irish, guys.
Oh my god.
Woo! Kiss me, I'm Irish.
I was
gonna say kiss my ass. I was like, I don't know about that,
but like for us, it's like I'm first generation Mexican American here in the United States. You are what? First generation?
Yeah.
We're the first generation here, so we are the first type to like learn the language of English, to like go to schools, to go to colleges English. I still haven't graduated yet. I do have my associates on something.
Same. I forget I have it.
I know, me too. Right?
I don't.
People say, hey, be happy for it.
Yeah,
it's amazing. You have an associate's degree, but I'm like, for me, I'm like, this ain't shit.
Anything, man.
And I'm not trying to put anybody down. Like, there's people who celebrate getting the associates.
I do agree with you. Yeah, they celebrate it. That's fine.
The person I am, I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world, because if not, I would have the damn degree already or more. But I'm saying I hold myself accountable for not being where I should be.
Exactly, and that's in the same fucking way.
That's it.
I think me and you should have graduated a long time ago.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know about you, but I fucked up so many times.
Oh yeah, dude,
I made so many wrong choices about, especially things about when it comes to either choosing a girl or choosing a school. Prioritize yourself. Get your fucking degree.
Priorities.
Hey. Sorry, fuck you. That's right.
No, and there's people that are very successful without their degrees. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like for me being someone that was literally born in Mexico, coming over here, and I feel like I don't have anything to show for it. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're smart on all these things," but that's stuff that you pick up along the way.
Yeah.
Like I want to have that degree showing, hey, computer science major or computer engineering, something like that.
I get it, and like you don't have to have a degree. I'm not bashing on it either. Like,
I mean, at least you guys have a degree.
Look, for me,
hey, you got a degree, a high school degree. That's still a degree. It's a diploma, no? Well, that's diploma. But.
Okay, so like the fact is, out of high school, I never thought about doing anything. I just never thought about it at all. Like I did have this opportunity to do tryouts for TCU. For track and cross country.
And you fucked up.
I did fuck up because I didn't pass my test, and you needed to pass your test to do the tryouts. And in my head, I'm like, I told my coach, "Hey, coach, like, look, I got this letter from TCU. Like, what's up?" He didn't give a shit. He was like, everybody gets it. I was like, oh.
But it meant something to you.
It meant a lot to me because I worked hard for that fucking thing.
It came to a point where that's where you were. Unfortunately, due to public schools, some teachers care, some teachers don't care, and unfortunately you got a teacher who didn't care.
I mean, he's a good coach for basketball, for women's basketball, and he's a good person. I give him that, but when it came to cross country, he wasn't at all.
Imagine if you would have gotten a coach that actually gave a shit.
And I did have one coach that gave a shit, and it was in track. But before him, I didn't have, because my freshman year I had my sister, and she motivated me, and I did okay. It wasn't the best. And in my sophomore year, I did okay. It wasn't the best. My junior year, I finally was able to compete on the higher level in varsity. I mean, I was in varsity as freshman year already for cross country, but it's because they didn't have that many people. So, and plus the school I went to wasn't the best. So I was already automatically in varsity, but I didn't take it seriously at first, my freshman year. But I got the jacket though. So I was like, hell yeah. I lost it. I don't know where it's at. But my sophomore year, I took it more serious. My junior year, I really tried, but I failed. I got 10th place. I'm sorry, I got 11th place, so I was behind for cross country. On track, I was 4th place, so I never got to go to regionals. So my senior year, I was, you know what? This year, if I don't fucking make it, I'm gonna be so pissed. So I'm gonna focus on me and fuck the coach and fuck that. I'm gonna train myself. So every fucking morning, I ran 10 miles. And at night, I ran 10 miles. So every fucking day, I would run, work out, run. I would not fucking stop. You could tell anybody at school, like they could contest that shit. I would fucking run. I made it to fucking regionals for cross country, and I made it to regionals for track. So I did my part. My coach didn't do that shit. I did it myself. Yeah. So I was able to do that, and that's why the degree I want to go for is for art major, and I want to become an education, and I want to become a teacher because I have that mentality to teach kids to do what you need to do.
To push them, show them that they can accomplish what they set their dreams and goals to be.
For art and for running, because even in art, I wanted to be in art. For my freshman year, I was in art. But you had to be accepted in the second year, and I wasn't accepted. I was like, hey, nah, you're not good enough.
What
so
do you mean
fuck
you gotta
that.
Accept it?
Well, the teacher had to choose people to be in their classes. I was never accepted.
That's weird, man.
I didn't know about that, and that really hurt me. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not good enough for art.
Because technically, in high school, isn't art just an elective?
Yeah, and like this fucking drawing right here, I fucking did it.
But you wanted to pursue something else, so obviously that's when it came down to teachers being selective to picking somebody who actually wants to take it serious.
Well, in my school, art was a required elective.
Well, yeah, a required elective. Yeah,
the first art, but like art 2 and plus.
That's what I'm saying. That's the reason they became selective to picking because they want to pursue a career.
And
on that.
The reason why, and like this is gonna sound foolish, the reason why I didn't want to become a teacher no more. Because I went to graphic design afterwards, but that's gonna take way longer. So I'm gonna go back to go for art teacher. But the reason why I don't want to do it is because I was one of those people who was afraid of fucking shootings. I was terrified of being a teacher and getting and having to be an opportunity. But that's pathetic because if I am a teacher now and I do become a teacher, I would never be afraid to protect my kids. I will be in front of those guns. I don't give a fuck. I have contingency plans on how to take care of them. But that was the reason why I changed my degree, and that was pathetic of me. So I'm going to go back and change my degree to an art teacher. So hopefully, if my kids are listening to this, how you doing in the future? If you're 21 and up,
graphic designers get more money than teachers.
They do, but that doesn't matter to me.
It's not about it comes to not about the money. It's just what you want to do in life.
I was that kid that was never pushed. I was that kid that always fought for myself. I want to fight for the kids.
Like he said, the coach, when the coach told him, "Hey, everybody gets that degree," instead of the coach being, "Oh, that's great. You know, let's see what we can do to help you keep going."
I wish you would tell me, "Hey,
that's the kind of teacher he wants to be." Yeah.
Because there was one teacher that did tell me this, and I agree with him. He was my track coach. It was for the 2 mile. Because okay, what happened was I had 2 mile and the 1 mile. I won the 2 mile. Second place. The 1 mile, I lost it purposely because I want to go to prom. So I was like, I told my friend, hey, I was like, no, I'm gonna slow down. Let you go for a minute.
Wait, why would you?
Because I was stupid.
No. Why would you lose it to go to prom? Was it on the same day?
It was the same day.
When I go to Commerce, if the 2 miler and the 1 miler are different events. So the 1 miler
is
during prom, and the 2 miler is before that. So I was able to go to prom.
But isn't prom like at night?
It was a night. So
I think track meets take almost all day.
The one I went to was Texas A&M at Commerce. So it was like 2 hours away. So I was able to go back the next day. So I literally lost my trial for second marathon. And then when I got there, I got $100 because you get paid. And then
what?
Yeah, you get paid for like your apartment, your hotel, for food. They pay for your shit. So that's pretty cool.
So was prom worth it?
No. Well, I mean, at the moment it felt like it was, but looking back at it, no.
But was it fond memories where you're like, okay, I had fun?
No, literally the party, that prom night. Well, no, that was graduation. Never mind.
Well, okay. I mean,
that's a different episode. Stick around.
There was the AK-47 in the back.
We might get into.
Hey, I mean, at least you got to go to prom. I mean, I didn't go to prom.
Well, I wanted to have that.
Why didn't you go to prom?
I had a girlfriend at the time, and she
was.
Didn't
want to go?
No, she was from.
She was emo. No. She's like, oh, those conformists. The emo kids from South Park. I don't know if you've seen South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, taking a drag and just like conformist and this and that.
No, the girlfriend that I had was long distance, and yeah, I know they're like, oh, long distance. He probably's lying. No, I had a long distance girlfriend. But anyways,
No offense, but you know how they say, amor lejos, amor de pendejos. I just kidding.
I never heard that before, but it's a good one.
but no,
It doesn't ever work out. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah. So she was long distance, and then so like, and she's like, oh, don't go to prom with another girl. Like, okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna go with two. No, another girl. I'm gonna go with two.
No, I was like, okay, I'll go with a group of friends, like a group. But they're like, nah, man, that's dumb. Like, I'm going with my girl, or like, I got a date already.
Everybody, all your friends had a significant other to go with.
So I was like, oh, that sucks. Okay, whatever. So I guess I won't go. So I didn't go. But
Well, you know what's funny? That girl that I went to prom with, she used to date my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, dude, you used to date her? Never mind. I'll leave her alone. I don't know if you met him, Freddie. Cougar, we took on Freddie Cougar.
Man,
No, I
why
don't
you put him
remember.
on blast?
Hey, what's
man?
up, Freddie? He's in love. He's fine.
Does he even listen?
No.
Out of all episodes, he has to come across this one specifically. You're like, oh shit, what the
Like
fuck?
that
Well,
son of a bitch.
They used to date, and I was like, no, I'll leave him alone because I met her at OK Corral, and we're
You know they closed those down this weekend? All those clubs?
like, what is it? 7th Street closed down?
I don't know, but I heard like all those Mexican clubs are
I'm
closed
surprised
down.
they closed down. I would think they'd be like, fuck it, cocaine was good.
But
But
the cocaine sales are going down.
Oh,
Fucking shit.
well, she used to be. They used to date, right? And
Yeah.
like he asked her to go to prom, but
Oh.
she's like he was like, hey, just take her. That's okay. Like, bro, that's your ex.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, dude, it's okay. She likes you a lot. You should take her. I was like, no, I'm okay. You take her how you want to, right? And then I took my best friend. Well, at the time she was a girl, but that's the one I talked about in the podcast. The one that was pregnant. And on Valentine's Day, I went to ask her out. That was the girl I took for prom, where I was supposed to take her to prom, but she got drunk at before the party, so she never went with me. So she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm here, but the pictures you took together, it was already too late, so I wasn't able to take pictures with her." And then we got to the prom, and then she saw the girl that had a crush on me, which is my friend's ex, and she told her, take care of him, he's a great guy, this and that. And I was looking at her, I was like, thank you for spitting game for me, but I got this. But
and he didn't have it.
well,
Just kidding.
well, at the end of the night,
Spoiler alert.
I took the girl from my
Obviously not.
I took the girl from my friend, and we ended up like dancing together and like having a great time. And I took her home, and like
And
and that was it. We didn't do have sex. It wasn't the promenade of sex, but we did more than that. But no sex, right? But I was just like,
where does that come from? Where you like I don't know, like
movies.
The movies is that why though?
Well, because I think it's
Stereotype.
No, it's not a stereotype. I think it's because like prom night is like, oh, it's
Magical night.
it's your last night or whatever. Because everybody after that, because usually prom is towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And everybody's going off to their colleges. And you might not see them again.
Ever
Like,
again.
so and then like, oh, last night, whatever. And then also, I think more for the guys are like, oh, I don't want to show up to college and still be a virgin or whatever. But for the girls, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, girls out there be like, oh, fuck that K. But anyways, no, I mean, I think it's like, oh, it's magical night, whatever. I mean, nothing happened for me, as I said. But I mean, I don't know if anything happened for you.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened for me. I know something happened between the group of friends I was with, but nothing happened with me. And like I said, it didn't bother me. To me, it was part of the. If you remember last episode, it was during that part where that part of that talk or relationship with that girl that she didn't want to be taught.
Yeah.
She didn't want to teach. She wanted to be shown or whatever. And I was still a virgin, so I didn't care. But to me, that wasn't the thing. To me, it was the whole. Because to me, like I said, I was born in Mexico. Growing up, I didn't watch all those
movies,
shows and movies and stuff that portray all these things and stuff like that. So it's that, I didn't know what to expect. So I wanted to experience those things, like the first time I ever went to a homecoming game my senior year. I was like, oh, that's cool, everybody, like supporting your own school. And I spray painted my hair green and white because those are our school colors and stuff. And put a phone away.
Man, it's just the backwash.
Yeah, right.
But we don't drink out of the can, guys. It's okay.
But I mean, I had fun in school.
I forgot about the homecoming dance. I did go to that one.
I don't think we had one.
I don't even remember the homecoming dance. I remember we used to like play football as the girls. I forgot what that was about.
The homecoming was a big deal for y'all?
No, it was,
but
paintballing everybody. That's what it was. It's shooting people up with paintballs and fucking blinding people in the eyes and shooting them in the eye.
But not a dance. I don't remember having a dance for that.
I remember we got called by pops and we ran away.
Cops?
Yeah, we were like paintballing.
You said pops.
Oh, we were paintballing. Yeah. We were paintballing people's houses, right? And the cops chased us. We ran into the house. We hid. And like, where's the kids at? And we're like, we're not here. We were hiding. Shut the fuck up. The mom was like, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. And the cop was like, where they at? But we left some paintballs, guns on the truck, and it took them away. So you're like,
no. And our school, there was a dance, and it was like a big deal. Like they would get the giant, whatever, moms. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. But that's yeah.
I mean, they wore mums here and stuff.
Yeah, you would give the jersey like to like your jersey to like your girl or whatever.
Yeah,
and they would wear it.
That was for football players, right?
Yeah, for football players, and then some people would like give it to the teachers, like the hot teachers. What's going on?
I had one hot teacher. We did have a homecoming parade, and it was funny because that was my senior year, the whole cross country, right? So they were talking about like, oh hey guys, support the football team, and like, hey, we have a word from LSR. Oh fuck my name. We had a word from him.
We said we're not covering our
LSR.
Especially not me because I've already put like my socials and stuff.
Yeah, so social security.
Not my social. I want to get one.
But anyways, me right.
I'm keeping it forever.
Well, whenever they ask, hey, we got to come on stage, I was talking like, hi guys, support us out there. And like I was fucking frozen.
But why? Because you were still very shy.
No, I mean,
you've always been outgoing.
I've never was able to talk vocal
to a large crowd like
that. Yeah, a large crowd. Like I've never was able. Like I have to hear myself first before I'm confident about it. Mm-hmm. Like for the podcast, like we before we go on air, right? We hear our voices. We figure out, okay, this sounds good. Like how artists work, like a rock band, they play by themselves first to make sure it sounds good before they show it to audiences. But from there, it's just like, here, talk. Because I've done karaoke live, like when it comes to like beers like that. I'm not a good singer, but I do it.
So at the pepper rallies.
Yeah, if you were a good singer, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here. I'll be out there with Harry Styles and her.
Harry Styles, the fuck? You're a One Directioner.
One Direction.
Wow.
I don't know the songs.
What's now coming down to that? What's one song that comes to mind that's like a guilty pleasure song that people wouldn't expect you to listen to?
Oh man, that's a good one. I would probably say right now, because I'm in that mode, because I hear this one song that sounds like a Susie, little Susie.
Never heard of it.
You heard Little Susie?
No.
It's like a breakdancing kind of song. Into the music.
No.
Maybe it's the wrong song.
But like a guilty pleasure is like a song that you're like embarrassed that people now.
Exactly, like that's what I'm saying.
Oh, embarrassed?
Like somebody somebody expects you to
like, oh, why are you listening to like Baby, like Justin Bieber?
Hey, don't talk about a song like that.
Okay, well, guilty pleasure if it is like recently the new Justin Bieber song, the one that's
Yummy.
No, after that one.
I don't know. I haven't heard that. That's the only song I know. Like,
Yummy's a good song too. I feel like it's
the only reason I knew it because I watched that one guy's vlog. Is it David
Dobrik?
Yeah, when he had the people in, had Justin Bieber in the car and he brought people in, and then that guy was like, "Man, yummy, wasn't it? This is that." And then Justin Bieber was like, "What'd you say?" He's like, yummy, todo pendejo, el güey. Like, okay, suck his dick right there, you know? Like, you're talking shit about the song. Yeah. All of a sudden, you see him face to face.
Intentions. It's Justin Bieber intentions. Like, they even play it in the church.
Oh yeah.
This song, it's because it talks about girls. For people that they should do good. And I heard it and I was like, it's a pretty good message. I was like, I like that. But the video looks stupid.
Okay, but just
and
the first song.
Quavo has a fucking auto-tuned hardcore. I'm like,
The first song that comes to your mind. That's it. Even though you kind of already
Okay.
looked at it, but
Okay, no, this is like
yeah,
recently.
first song the guilty pleasure that comes to your mind.
I would say that one that's embarrassing that nobody listens
Just
to.
the first one that comes to mind. You're making it too
man.
long.
Sorry,
we're not
go to K, go to K.
we're not going for 2 hours this time
Shit, go
because
to
we
K.
got in trouble
Go to
apparently.
K. No, we didn't get no trouble.
I
can't-
mean, mine's very simple. Paper Rings by Taylor Swift.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
So, I was gonna say I fucks with Taylor Swift.
I do fuck with Taylor
because I
Swift.
would if she was in person.
I mean,
Man,
she's a good singer.
But
I
it
like
has to
her.
be consent, of course. You know.
I used to be like, man, Taylor Swift.
What
man,
is that song?
You're stupid.
Taylor
That
Swift song,
sucks.
but it's a rock version of it. The one I showed you.
Oh yeah, I know what we're talking about.
Damn, what the fuck is the name of the song?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
There's a
like,
rock version cover of Taylor Swift that's a song, and I'm like, this song fucking rocks hard. And me and Kay listened to it. We sang it in front of the pharmacy, and we're like, man, I bet you they think we're weird as fuck.
You are weird as fuck. What the fuck?
I remember. Yeah, no, what's it called?
Yeah, let me see.
I'm trying to look at the name of the Taylor Swift song that I like.
Blank Space.
There we go.
Yeah, Taylor Swift Blank Space by cover from I forgot the name of the band. But look at that rock version of it. My God, it hits hard. I'm like, damn, I fucking love this song. Like, I told my ex, I'm like, dude, listen to this song. She's like, wow, you like this song now? I'm like, no, it's a good song, but it's even better now. But it's I need to show you the song. It's really
Okay.
good.
Money, student time. I can read you like a magazine.
That's what it sounds like.
I can't find the
Oh
song
my
that I
God,
like from Taylor
I
Swift.
decide how to say, help me.
I'll give you a nightmare. Just like
Was that one song? Oh, You Belong With Me. There you go. That's my favorite one
Yeah?
from her.
That's-
Yeah, because it's kind of like peppy.
Taylor Swift is
Yeah.
not overrated. I think she's a great singer. I think she's awesome.
Let people enjoy what they fucking like. That's it. It's
And
that simple.
The thing is, I follow that trend of like hating people who supposedly the internet hated. I'm
like
stupid.
Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback's good. They have good songs. I fucking jam out to Photograph. Look at my photograph. Doesn't make me laugh. See, I know you Nickelback.
Cringe.
A little cringe.
What about Coldplay?
Oh, Coldplay's amazing. I fucking
Coldplay's
okay.
good,
Well, okay. The reason why I say that is because I'm biased. Because my ex used like Coldplay.
but
No, I keep going back to your ex.
yeah. What the hell, man? Shit.
Can I just say her name? Because
Does she even listen to these?
She listens to some of them.
Oh,
But I mean, not in a long time. Because before, I don't know if
Man,
Kate
she
told
don't
you.
she don't like me, man. She just ignores me whenever I see her
Oh, yeah?
out in public. She's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I told her about that.
okay."
She's like, I told her about that one. She said she didn't see you. So I was like, okay.
all right.
But,
Mine, since y'all asked.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about it. Well, real
No, I
quick.
don't know. It's many different ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it has to be. Man, I remember I told them back in the day, my friends, that I liked.
The Mortal Kombat song. Dun, dun, dun,
Nah,
dun,
it's,
dun, 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 dun.
What do you want from me by Adam something.
Levine?
No, Adam Lambert, I think.
What
Is-
What
about
do
that
you
song?
want from me?
Fuck
Isn't
you
that a-
back. I don't want you
No,
back.
look it up real quick, or let me look it up.
Okay.
Let me look it up.
But
But it's because he was
What do
was
you want from me? Is that that?
yeah
Uh,
what
yeah
do
that
you want
one
from me?
that's the one.
I'm beautiful.
No, that's not that one.
I'm beautiful.
Man, I remember where that song was all over the place and you couldn't like.
The first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna get demonetized
Yeah.
and say copy strike.
Yeah.
No, but we're singing it out of tune. That's
Because no, it's a guy, fool.
Yeah.
What do you want from me? Yeah.
Yeah, porque solamente es
he's not.
puñalón, ¿no?
Gigi, come here, Gigi.
It's his single. He's not doing it with Maroon 5, cause he's the lead singer of Maroon 5. So
Who?
Adam Lambert.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's someone else.
No.
Maroon 5?
Yeah.
No, you thinking about Adam Levine? No,
Adam Levine.
Levine.
No,
Yeah.
Adam Lambert. Adam Levine is not even a person. It's Levine is that other chick.
Avril Levine.
Yeah, Adam
No, what
Levine.
the fuck, bro? You're getting people mixed up.
No, Adam Lambert.
Adam Levine, I think is his name.
No.
Look him up.
Guys, look at him up.
No, look him up right now. Got the laptop right
I'll be
there.
on your phone because I don't want to fuck it up.
Right.
Well, what I was trying to say is that
Man, these people are gonna be like, man, fuck these guys.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
fuck these
survive
guys.
the coronavirus. They don't even know who Maroon
hey,
5
you're
is.
fucking just
Yeah, look, members Adam Levine.
Yeah, Adam Levine.
Sorry, guys.
Adam Lambert, someone else.
I was like, who the fuck are you
But you're
talking
right on the
about?
song. You're just getting the guys mixed up.
Hey guys,
No,
like,
but, man.
hey, the coronavirus is
Unsubscribe.
unsubscribe, right? The
Man, yeah,
if
man.
the coronavirus is stuck. You're stuck with us for hours. At least enjoy us. Come on, guys.
We're stressing out. We don't even know the names of the artists
But
anymore.
well, I was talking about my ex about the Coldplay. Like the
Man,
reason,
did you hear? No one cares about your ex.
Seriously, what's up? Like,
Man, did you hear Tom Hanks got the
I know,
coronavirus?
Oh, man.
and his wife
Out of
too.
all people,
and
bro.
his wife too. Dude, you know what they know at least? They got tested in Australia, not in the United States. That's the
Yeah.
only reason why they fucking were able to
Yeah.
get a test. Yeah, how much
Man.
is it now? I know it's like 1,000 something, right, to get a test?
No,
What,
it
like-
depends on your insurance because some insurance will cover it, some don't. But
Do we cover it?
I saw a video today earlier that they said that you can go and get tested and it's covered.
well, not because of the bill, but I mean, they're like
Excuse
very,
me.
they're like very strict on who can test it.
Did we talk about the bill already on this podcast?
No, not yet.
Let's go for it.
It's
I mean,
called
might as well be 2 hours
Family's
now.
First Coronavirus.
What are we
Relief.
at right now?
We're an hour and 30.
God damn, you said 40, 50 minutes.
I'm just chilling.
My
man.
Chipotle, bro. I put avocado on that boy. It's probably black as hell now. Pinche
Dude, I want
avocado.
to get I'm thirsty. I want more beer.
There's none.
There's some at the fridge, but
Man, we're out, man.
I have-
the
I have
coronavirus
Shiner.
cleared us out.
I have Shiner.
Caron.
You want Shiner?
Damn.
No.
What did I fucking say about Shiner earlier?
No, light blonde.
No,
No, I'm
You
good.
don't like those?
No.
I want one. Can I get it real quick?
no,
Can I get one?
no.
You
for me?
can. I don't see why
I
not.
mean, you're gonna open the door, you're gonna make noise, or whatever.
Trust me, I want big noise.
But anyways,
But
no,
first
yeah.
of all, this beer, it tastes better later, right?
As it goes, yeah.
As
Yeah. Well, because my thought about alcohol getting better as you drink it is because you're getting drunker. So you
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that's what it is? But
It is
I feel
because you're
like
just
the taste
getting
is
used
better.
to. You're just getting used to the taste in
Yeah,
your mind.
I mean, you don't
But
care
should
anymore.
we rate it at the end then?
No, because it's not.
You could do your initial taste test,
Uh-huh.
and then you can
Afterwards?
do a cut at the end before you close out.
Well, for me, it's always gonna be a yay because I'm always
You always drinking it.
yeah, I'm always a little buzzed at the end. I'm like, oh man, this is good, yeah. So I mean, it's a little biased,
But at the same time, you remember last week, I ended up drinking the damn.
Dark one.
No,
Yeah.
I drank the White Claw because I didn't want to keep drinking the other one.
Did you like the White Claw?
Yeah, I actually like the White Claw.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother talked about it, and his friend. That's the best tasting one. Mango's the best tasting
I
one.
have never.
I've never tasted any other flavor except
Yeah,
for the
I
mango.
tasted mango and I was like, "Ugh."
I had the ruby red, and it wasn't the greatest.
Okay, well you continue talking. I'm gonna give my Shiner just one. Yeah, I sure you don't want.
But,
I'm good.
I have the beers.
No, I'm good because I still have to. Some people have to drive home,
Yeah, we don't live here.
and
forget that.
it's a certain time past midnight
Oh,
because it literally is midnight with 15
So
minutes.
who has to go home?
Hmm?
Who has
Oh
to go
shit!
home?
We both
It
have
is
to go
midnight.
home.
So yeah, I mean,
If you want to, yeah, I won't get it because I feel like if I get it, I'm gonna talk for hours.
We could, yeah. I mean, we're trying to keep this low. I know you're.
Consistent.
You know what? Next week, not because of coronavirus, I'm just not coming anymore. So you guys can go back down to your 45-minute
No,
segments.
hey, come back. I love you.
Nah,
I mean,
I'll come back.
You don't know. He could have a plans by next year. By next week. I mean, he could.
I wouldn't
Hey,
have
you know what?
plans.
Next week, it's my birthday.
Oh yeah,
What-
this is his birthday.
Yeah, what day?
On Saturday.
So we're doing a podcast Friday.
Yeah, but should we like go out?
What the fuck? You trying to get killed? You trying to get us killed?
Yeah, man. Wait,
I'm
trying to
honestly
get
like,
infected.
look, what do you think I should do? Because I don't want to be
Well,
alone on my
okay.
birthday. I just turned 30 on my birthday. I can't be alone on my birthday.
This is the thing with.
You could throw a party at your house.
Should
Just
I?
make sure. Just
Well,
make sure you
what
put out the invitation.
what should I throw
If
a
you
party?
have a cough, don't come.
Yeah. No.
What do you think? What do you guys think? Honestly, like, should I say?
What I
fuck-
think, it's the fact that I don't like thinking. Excuse me. I don't like thinking too ahead
Okay.
because the way things are right now,
Yeah, it could change.
everything could change from one day to another. Everything changed in a couple hours earlier today.
Yeah.
Okay, are we right? Well, should I text people out? Hey, I want to go out, but we don't know what's gonna happen. Keep your mind. I'll
Keep your schedule open. Okay, I feel like maybe. How many people can you have up here?
Man, last time we had almost close to 30.
Okay, bring down do either 30 or less, and if you have beer pong, I'll be here. That's it. That's it. I just said it.
It's one time they had a beer pong. I wouldn't mind. You know what? They throw a high school party.
No, let's just do a regular kickback with close people that you want to spend time with. Because technically, what do you want? Since you can't go out on your birthday, you're not supposed to have and legitimately invite people you want to spend your 30th birthday with your old ass.
Damn, I'm old. All right, well, you're right. I think I'm gonna I should send a text tomorrow to give people a heads up.
Yeah, be like, hey, I'm thinking of doing something next Saturday.
Like if the coronavirus isn't as bad at next week, we go to the brewery. If not, let's go ahead and come over here.
If not, bring your suits.
I'll be here with a face mask.
Yeah, from Monster Inc. when they're all suited up and stuff. Yeah, like that.
Okay,
it's time to start
dressing. I do want to have parties. I do want to just enjoy myself. I don't have money.
Well, that's the thing though. If you don't have money, obviously it's a typical.
It's a high school party. Pitched in $20.
Well, I feel like at this point, day and age, at our age,
man, we grown, man.
When you go somewhere, okay, let's go back to this question now. When you go to a social gathering and you know there's going to be alcohol, do you take at least a 6-pack or more? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I ask them what they need.
No, I usually
text them. I'm like, what do you need? Do you need a 6-pack or 12-pack?
Okay, and they tell you, I don't need anything. They want.
Why'd you bring them out? I'll bring a 6-pack.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So we're agreeing that you don't have money, that you might have a little get together, kick back here next week. And people, I'm assuming the people you're gonna invite are close friends are gonna be like, oh, you know what? They're thinking like us. I'm not gonna take anything but a 6-pack or 12-pack, whatever. Not me though, because payday was today. No, next week.
My payday's today, so I had to hold it until next week.
I already sent you the money yesterday
because I get paid twice a week, so I'm bi-weekly.
Yeah, no, it's there, but I think it comes down to that. It's
well, because I honestly was thinking about just canceling altogether, not saying fuck it, I'm just gonna be alone here in bed by myself on the weekend, and getting drunk by myself. But I am an extrovert, and I need to know that I need people around me. So if I can go out, I'm gonna invite people over. So I'm in my head, I'm like, okay, so podcast on Friday, obviously, not go too crazy, and then Saturday night, just have a blast, beer pong,
and then it comes down to obviously the people that you can trust and you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, and even if y'all fucker has the coronavirus, I don't give a fuck.
Nah. Somebody think about the rest of us. No, but I'm saying in a sense of like. You're gonna know who, let's say if you get super shit-faced or whatever, you're gonna know the people that are here are gonna be like obviously concerned and stuff. Make sure you're okay, but don't fucking trash your place either.
Yeah, no, we have multiple people come in here beforehand, and they've been respectful.
So there you go. Yeah.
Like I don't think there's never been a point where like, oh, this is so crazy. You know what I mean? Oh, this is that. Because Am threw a party last time for his birthday, which is February mid-month. He threw a game night.
Okay.
So, but like I'm not.
50?
Yeah. So I'm more like in a situation where like beer pong, let's get fucked up and just have fun. Like I don't have game nights, so just fucking have fun. Like this.
Well, even game night, like let's say you don't want to do beer pong and you just want to have a couple of people come through and have a game night. That's fine too.
Yeah. So,
I think it's just whatever you're more comfortable with.
And then even then, like, what if it's Saturday? Like, hey, let's record. Fuck it, let's record. I have my sister. Everybody record. I want to have an interview each. Yeah, we are drinking beer outside while we're recording here too.
Nah, but that takes away from you enjoying the party.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying it regardless.
Well, yeah, but if you come in like, no, it's a thing where
you're right, yeah. But I mean, if they do want to record, like, yeah, go for it. If y'all want to record, go for it. Like, that's a part of the fact. I can use my shit. It's fine.
But the fact is, we're gonna spend time with you at your get together or party,
or
whatever.
With weird episodes like that last one.
Which one was the last one?
The one where you were like, the one that gave rise to that other person that was like a Cowboy Jim.
Cowboy Jim. And no, that wasn't a party. We're
like 2 episodes. I'm 2 episodes before that one.
Okay,
right now. I'm still listening. That was pretty
funny.
Cowboy Jim, something.
Cowboy Jim and Bob. I think that's
Cowboy Jim, yeah, and Bob.
It was funny. I liked it.
Yeah, but they're hey.
Man, Bob. Like, well, my sister, she was in the hospital for a week, almost 2 weeks. That guy is amazing. Like, he's a really good dude. He's a gamer. He's a good gamer.
Nice,
he's a real. He has a great personality. Like, if you have him on, he could go with multiple jokes. And my brother-in-law, he has a degree for communications. I mean, I don't know if the communications or for a degree for a bachelor's degree for marketing. I forgot what it is, but he also has that.
Well, you need to buy the 4th cable, because I literally got a message earlier asking if we allow girls on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I guess a girl wants to volunteer and come on.
Well, you're fucked.
Why wouldn't we allow?
Cause
I don't know.
You better bring a beer. We need to start buying literally 12 packs instead of 6 packs. Cause
it's 3 of us. If it's gonna be 4 of us, then yeah.
For sure. Well,
24 pack.
Not me, because honestly, I'm trying to do gym, lose weight, so I'm gonna drink one.
It's okay, bro. I go to the gym too, and I drink as much beer as
yeah, but you don't have a repaired hip that you have to put weight on.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Because if I get more fat, then that's a lot of weight on the hip.
That's true.
And then like 80K went down the drain.
Well, you should share your beer with Dick Est. That you bring over. Me and K can drink the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I run literally this whole week. I ran 4, 5. So I run like almost 20 miles in a week, which is fine with me. It's like
I
nothing.
ran 2.
Hey, it's good.
I did 2 on the bike yesterday.
That's great. 2 on the bike is perfect. As long as you do it. Honestly, I never. Whoever works out and you feel like you invite them out, and if you feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough, you're doing just enough. You're doing great. So keep it up. Work out. Do what you got to do, as long as you're doing it.
Yeah, that's true. And so let's wrap this.
I think at this point, just wrap it up.
Shut the fuck up about the
Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
And so you know what I always say, guys. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because of current situations. Because the world is going through some dark times, but there's always a little hope if you never give up. So just don't give up, guys. There's always a little good around every corner. So don't sweat the small stuff.
I mean, shit. Stay positive, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass. That's it.
And I can't really say it to your bartenders because I don't know if you could go to the fucking bars right now, but just make sure you're safe and keep yourself safe if you're sick. Quarantine yourself. It's okay to be alone sometimes, but if you don't, it's okay to call a friend on the cell phone or whatever you need to do. Go online, game. Fuck it. Just know that it's gonna be okay in the long run if you just know what to do. Anyways, I don't know what else to say. But anyways, bye.